Hello and welcome back to Driving with Sweed. As you can see, I'm not driving today. Hayden Gooch is driving. Hayden, how are you? How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling good, mate. Always a good day when I'm with you.
Oh, that's good to hear. It's always a good day when I'm in your vehicle as well. Obviously, we're in the suburb of Netherlands, heading back to the Mills Park area. How does that make you feel?
Oh, look, I've been to Netherlands quite a few times in the last week. I've been cat sitting, so I've gone down a few times, and I'm going to miss the area, because this sort of area, the vicinity I'm in, it sort of started to feel like a second home. But
really?
I think I'll get over that fast, and going back to Mills is no place I'd rather be.
Fair enough. Obviously, Mills Park has a big spiritual connection with all of us. Can you delve into a bit of the connection you have personally with Mills Park, spiritually, physically, and mentally?
Well, my first encounter with Mills Park was quite a while ago. It was Auskick.
Yep.
And look, loved Auskick to bits. Playing for the Chemic Royals. It was a real journey, a real experience.
Yeah,
and then I also did a bit of T-ball on what is currently Mills 2, where we play cricket.
Yep.
So I've got some T-ball roots with Mills 2, and I think that's really, it's sort of like a second home from beginning. It's sort of like I was raised at Mills Park.
Interesting fact, I also played T-ball at Mills 2 in my younger years. I did.
Now, I know we did this personally, but we sort of changed our name every year, so it was the Kenwick and then something.
Yes, that happened with us too.
With the K sound.
Yep.
So we did Kenwick Cobras once.
Oh.
But Cobras with a K.
Oh.
But I think Kenwick Kookaburras was the most common one we did.
Yeah, I think we had kookaburras at one side. I think at one point we had kangaroos.
Oh, I don't know why we didn't think of kangaroos. They're a very lovely animal, but I don't think the Mills Park Magpies would have been the way to go.
You don't think? Or
No, I do think.
Oh, yes. Definitely a good option, in my opinion. So obviously, Wednesday night, we started upon a new journey.
And what a journey it was.
The indoor soccer side, which abruptly came together as we filled in for a game on Monday night. And we went, we can do this full time. Signed up, got our first game on Wednesday. 4.5 Swedes, our team name. And we kicked the first goal.
That was exciting. Look, I just want to tell you my point of view of this.
Yep.
I was in sort of defensive with Sean Ingram, and Braden Douglas and Colby were in their half. Sean and I were in our half, just in case a quick break, because they'd been pummeling us straight away from the get-go. First 2 minutes, they'd just been attacking, and this was probably our first attack, the first time we got the ball up in their half, and Colby Shockery hit it well, crossbarring in, and as you can see from the photos on the Facebook and on the Instagram, Sean Ingram and I were just in disbelief that we were up.
We went bananas.
Well. The whole team, it was a marvellous run through, and Colby Shocker just bursted through the pack in celebrations, and I think everyone sort of looked at us a bit curiously.
Yeah.
There were fans, opposition teams who were watching us, and they got around it, and the other team just stared in disbelief, wondering how they had gone 1-0 down, and would 1-0 be all it would be?
Well, see, when that happened, we actually celebrated for too long and nearly cost ourselves a goal because we weren't prepared when they restarted the play. But unfortunately, in the end, we did go down 9-3.
Yeah, but I think as a building point, as foundations of our season, they were a very good side. They did have 2 state players.
Yeah.
I think that's a very good building block for us to go against an opposition that highly talented, to be able to score 3 goals. And I think what gave them 9 goals, because I think they were 3-1 up at half-time.
Yeah.
I think where they scored those last 6 goals we dropped our heads a bit, and maybe fatigue took its toll because we just weren't pushing back as well as we could have. I definitely fell victim to that.
And I feel like as well, at the end of the day, we have to be honest with ourselves. We're not soccer players, we're cricket players, and we're having a crack at another sport.
And I think that's the best thing about it. Like, Colby Shocker, you've never seen him touch a soccer ball. He was immense up top. He scored for the 3rd goal. It was crossed in by myself, and it was a lovely, just flicked on header by Colby Shocker. The umpire actually said it was the best goal he's ever seen.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. When we were when we were up at the counter after the game, just reminiscing, he said to the ladies up front, he said, this boy, pointing at Colby Shocker, scored one of the best goals I've ever seen at indoor soccer. Nice little flicked on header, and I have to say, it was a magical goal, top corner, and you didn't know Colby Shocker had it in him. It just really came out of nowhere.
And obviously, I think the umpire did say to me after my goalkeeping exploits of Monday and Wednesday that I'm a natural. I think he was taking the piss, but I do appreciate that he said that.
Yeah. Now, on the topic of players performing, and I think we all performed to the best of our abilities, given it was our first game. But we've actually got trials today. We're heading to Mills Park now, and then we've got trials in a couple of hours that will be held.
Yes, at Fitzpatrick's, 2 p.m. I'm really excited because we thought this would just be something fun that just us 5 could take part in. Maybe every so often bring in a couple of players as subs, change the squad if someone else. There's just so much interest.
There's a lot of interest, and I'm really excited to see where this can go. We could get 2, possibly even 3 teams with the amount of interest we have.
And we're keeping a lid on it at this stage. We don't want to go over the top. But if it starts to happen, well, so be it. Do you think it's a result of maybe the World Cup being on at the moment?
Yeah. Look, there is that one ad that you see often where the Australian government, or I think it's the Australian Football Federation, as they call themselves.
Yep.
They're sort of trying to get people who aren't into the sport just for the World Cup, and there's that ad running, have a fling with footy. Now, Matt, I have a question for you.
Yes.
On the Swedish cricket front, just how the season's going right now, who's performing, names, and just off of the cricket, the social media, what's going on there. Do you want to just give the fans a quick update on what's going on?
Obviously, we didn't have many buys early in the season, so we've been clumped with a lot of buys of late. We haven't really had 2 teams playing at once for a few weeks, which in a way is handy because you can always solidify one team. Duncan Ward's come in recently, made his debut.
He's a very talented cricketer, Duncan Ward.
He'll be playing his 3rd game this Saturday. There's a few names available, so chances for some players actually to miss out this week with availabilities. Jake Kidson could be coming in for a game for gold. Maybe to bowl his dibbly-dobbly medium paces.
I like Jake Kidson, and it's not just for his 6th in the Manoj Cup final, just for who he is as a person. Oh, semi-final rather.
Semi-final, yes. And he, it's just there's a lot of stuff going on, but gold probably in a big clash this week. We really need the win to keep our top 6 hopes alive, I think. We've had a very good season overall, but I think losing our first 3 games and then getting on a roll hurt us, because those first 3 games have sort of come back to bite us a bit in the loss front. And obviously not having a lot of buys early, we've sort of got out to a bit of a jump, and then all the buys come and it starts to even out again. So, important game for us this week.
And how about the social medias, especially YouTube? It's been a while since we've really been treated to anything.
It's been poor. I think we'll wear that T-shirt. We've been quite poor with that. But we have done some recording today. Obviously, was driving with Sweed, and also yesterday, a new masterclass.
Yeah, look, we had some troubles with the masterclass, not during the recording, but post-recording.
The editing process.
Yeah, and I won't mention what that is, but we'll be doing everything we can to give you the highest quality we can when it comes to all of our videos.
And this would be about a year between masterclasses. So you had the first one, obviously, on batting and prep, and about not putting your foot towards the ball. Yeah. But now we're back, and hopefully we can get... I feel like Connor Breed would be a good one to have on for a fielding masterclass.
Yeah, he's a very good fielder, Connor Breed. He just puts his body on the line, he's fast, he anticipates it well. And
Sean Ingram maybe with a bit of medium pace. And what would you get with Colby Shocker? I feel like he's a mixed bag, that bloke.
Yeah, you could get rank half trackers off him, or you could get... When I say rank half trackers, it's the sort that work.
What, do you get him to do the keeping video? I'm not sure. Batting, maybe. I feel like batting. I feel like we get him to do batting.
I feel like you just get him in there and tell him to have a go, young fella.
You get him in there and say, go on your own path.
just do what comes naturally to you, and he'll nod his head and have a bit of a giggle, as Colby Shocker does, and then he'll get on with the job at hand.
Anyone else that might be on to do a masterclass at some point? Would Jacob Lockyer do a masterclass?
Slow bowling masterclass?
I feel like Jacob could be on to maybe do a masterclass about performing in clutch moments. I feel like he's not a man who performs often, but there's times where he says, Skip, it's my time, back me in, and 9 times out of 10, he'll go out there and perform.
That's why we love him. I think one that could be very interesting is Stephen Kemp.
Oh.
He's a very good cricketer, Stephen Kemp, very good bowler, and he has scored a 50 last season, a very good 50 at that. And I think he's someone we could definitely get on the show.
Something you might not know about Stephen Kemp is that he actually, I would say he would be in the top two keepers at the Kenwood Cricket Club.
Yeah, it's very surprising. You see him as a bowler, and it's sort of like finding out that.
I said top 2 though. I reckon if he was not bowling, he'd be the best keeper at the Kenwood Cricket Club.
He's very good. Oh, it's something to behold. It's sort of like finding out that Brett Lee can keep. Just don't expect it. Someone of that high quality to be able to have that.
He waved to us. I don't know why.
Well, there's Scientology cars. They have ads for Scientology, so maybe.
Is that Scientology?
Yeah, like I saw one that said something about Scientology. So I think they're trying to get us to
sign up.
Why not? Actually, I prefer Sweedology.
Well said.
I practice Sweedism often.
Yep.
And I don't think I'll convert ever.
Something I wanted to ask you about just before we finish. Your taste in music. Have you got any favourite artists or favourite songs at the current time? I know you're a Brockhampton fan, but is there anyone else that you consider a strong figure in your life musically or vocally?
Well, yeah, as you said, I really do enjoy some Brockhampton. I love my Swedish remixes.
Yes.
I think they're very interesting to hear, but
there's nothing holding Max back.
Yeah, one song that I've got on my mind right now, I think I've got it on my mind, it's One Kiss.
By Dua Lipa and Calvin Harris.
Calvin Harris and Dua Lipa. It was actually you and Shauna who got me onto that song. And
I think Stephen Kemp loves a bit of Dua Lipa and Calvin Harris, One Kiss.
It's a nice pop feel. It's sort of like, you just sort of can't help but sort of just shimmy your shoulders about.
It's not really big dancing, it's just,
yeah, it's the small moves where you're just feeling good and light and bubbly, and you're feeling, yeah. It's a very nice song to listen to, and I enjoy the music video as well. I think it's something different, but I really enjoy it.
I rate your thoughts on music there. Well, Hayden, thank you for coming on Driving the Sweed. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on.
Thanks for having me.
And I think you should be proud of what you've dished up today, and proud of what you've dished up in the last 3 years of your life.
Yeah, look, this is something for the fans to know. You and I have actually recorded about 3 or 4 Driving with Swedes that we haven't actually posted, just because we don't feel the quality is up to par with what we expect and what we want.
We don't want to deliver you trash.
But I feel like this episode has been to a higher quality and to a standard that we feel that we can post this to the YouTube. So I'm excited, and I think the Swedish team we have, yourself, myself, Jacob, Colby, Sean, Connor, the committee.
We're a unique bunch of individuals.
We're a unique bunch of individuals, and we like to talk. We like to share our hearts, our spirits, our thoughts, our ideas, and we just really love cricket and soccer at this time. So, to the Swedish fans,
Namaste.